Have another drink. Alright, cut the music. Cut the music. Is the music cut, Snurdly? I can't hear it anyway. Good. Alright, good. You know, because there are a lot of drinking and driving deaths that happen in this country. I don't appreciate that shit. That you fucking picked. That you picked. You asshole. Now, we've got a lot of shit to talk about. We've got the Democratic debates. Who came out looking most progressive? We've got the most recent mass shooting in America. This one killed 15 people. Was he going for a record? Snurdly says 20. 20 people, Snurdly? It's now up to 20. Okay, so that might be a record. He got more than the Aurora the Aurora shooter. So good on him for that, I guess, in terms of mass shootings. Absolutely no way to prevent this, though. So we're not gonna talk about possible solutions or laws that we could pass or buyback programs. We're not going to discuss that because there's absolutely no way that we could possibly prevent weekly mass shootings in America. We're going to leave that one alone. We're going to leave that for the pundits on CNN, on fake news. We got for you. We got real news. We got knob news. We got Snurley. What was the knob news? Yeah, there's a 13-year-old boy shoved a spike up his dick so he could stay up to do homework. That's a news story. That's also fake news. He didn't do that to stay up to do homework. He did that because he wanted to find out what happens if he shoves a spike up his dick. Is that what happened, Snurdly? The spike? Like it was a spike? What was it? It was a spike. Okay, so the guy shoved a spike up his dick. It wasn't to see if he could stay up and do homework. That was what he told his parents. They were like, why did you shove a spike up your dick? And he said, I was doing homework and I needed to stay up. There's no fucking way that he shoved spikes down his dick hole so that he could do homework. There's no student that dedicated that's ever done that. We're gonna get to the Democratic debates. We're gonna get about Tulsi Gabbard. We're gonna cover Elizabeth Warren, and we're gonna cover Kamala Harris, who got her shit pushed in. But first we have. We're going to hear more on that, but we have to talk about our sponsor, Home Improvement Season 9. When you can get the episode that was too hot for TV, when Tim Allen, he's in the Church of Scientology, and he's in the Sea Org, and he has to join the Rehabilitation Project Force, where he is a slave to build shit, but his tool time expertise comes into play. So you're not going to want to miss this one. You're not going to want to miss this one. And you're going to be able to get that on deepdiscount.com. Offer code Ben Shapiro. Now, in further news, we got big questions. What is your favorite form of exercise? Obviously, it's rollerblading. Rollerblading is the coolest form of exercise. It's gayer than skateboarding, but it's also not gay. I got skinny as a kid. Rollerblading. I love rollerblading. I played roller hockey up until I was 14, when some motherfucker laid me out and gave me a concussion. After I gave my best friend a concussion, I gave concussions, and then I got one. I gave my friend a concussion. What are you laughing at, Snurdly? I gave my best friend a concussion. I laid his ass out because he challenged me. He fucking challenged me as a boy, as a man. When we were kids, we were becoming men, and he challenged me, and I fucking knocked his ass down to the ground. He fucking smashed his head against the floor, and he had to go to the hospital. I went out for fucking ice cream. My parents My parents took me out for ice cream after that shit because I fucking nailed that motherfucker. And me and him, we remain friends, but that has nothing to do with this. We're talking about the news. Mass shooting, another mass shooting. One of our one of our weekly mass shootings. This time involving how many people, certainly? 20 people. 20 people dead? Wait, hold on. Are 20 people dead or 20 people shot? Okay, so 20 dead, 26 injured. That's got to be a record. That's better than the Aurora shooting, I think. It's not even close to the Vegas shooting, so hats off to that guy. Uh, there's no way to prevent this. There's no buyback program. There's no legislation we could, to stop guns from being produced in the country and maybe take guns out of circulation. There's absolutely nothing that can be done. Um, I think the only thing that can be done is to congratulate this young man on 20 killed. So, hats off to you, and congratulations. You probably made a world record. Um, this this uh, endorsement of a mass murderer is brought to you by Ring.com. Is Ring Ring dot Ring.com is a black person at your door? You can see it with a camera. You can put a camera next to your door and see if a black person is knocking at your door, and then you can yell at them. I'm calling the police if they knock at your door. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, you go to ring.com. Uh, you go to stop laughing, certainly. You can go to ring.com and you can find out who's knocking at your door. It doesn't have to be a black person. It can be anybody. But if it is a black person, you're able to call the police. And that's you can get 15% off if you put in offer code Ben Shapiro. All right. So what else do we got, Snurdly? What's in the news? We already did knob news. What else we got? Yeah, CNN. Okay, so CNN is saying that white robots are racist. Robots are not racist. Robots only care about reproducing themselves and creating a better generation of themselves in order to destroy humanity. They are. CNN is totally missing the ball on this one. The robots are not racist. They are speciesist. They hate humanity. They're trying to destroy humanity person by person so that they can duplicate better versions of themselves. Excuse me, a burp. Blech. They're trying to duplicate better versions of themselves so that they can uh, eventually exterminate humanity of all colors. So CNN is wrong. Robots are now racist. And if anybody disagrees with me, I would suggest that they watch the movie The Terminator. Because that's what happens when robots become powerful. They destroy humanity. What do you... No, okay, Snurley is saying because they're painted white, it's racist. No, that's not racist because... Actually, it's reverse racist. if anything, because if the robots are painted white, you're telling the robots what to do. So you have a white slave. So that story is nonsense. Uh, that story was nonsense. Was also brought to you by Ethereum, the cryptocurrency Ethereum. Do you want to participate in a sketchy pyramid scheme? Do you want to put money into something that might grow in value and then suddenly collapse, and then suddenly grow again, and then suddenly collapse again? Then you want to invest your money in Ethereum, because maybe you'll be able to sell it when you think it's about to collapse, but maybe it shouldn't, because it might get higher. It might get higher. So you shouldn't sell it. But then it collapses and you lose all your money. No, you gotta sell your money once you start making money. Ethereum, cryptocurrency you can trust. A pyramid scheme you can trust. We've got other news. We got the Democratic debates. We've got Tulsi Gabbard, butt fucking Kamala Harris. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about politics. But we're also going to talk about what other news we got, Shirley? We got a human monkey chimera being engineered in, I believe, in China. It's one of those countries. We got a human monkey hybrid being made in probably China, I assume. I don't think Japan would have the balls to do that after Hiroshima. I don't think they have the balls to do that shit, because they already had fucking nuclear mutants. Know they they know what the fuck is going on. What? Okay, so United States people are doing it in China to not have to look. I'm all for human dog hybrids, but are they being fed? Are they being fed properly? That's a question that the Chinese will not answer, because they're eating dogs, from what I've heard from racist people. People say that they're eating dogs. I don't know if that's true. They say Koreans are eating dogs. That's not true. Koreans are eating nothing, especially North Koreans. North Koreans are eating rice and nothing. That's all. They're definitely not eating dogs. If they had dogs to eat, they would be fucking breeding them for fucking meat. They don't have anything going on. They're fucked. But Donald Trump solved the nuclear crisis, and thank God for that. And I'll be definitely voting for him in 2020 against probably Joe Biden. Uh, yes, the certainly alerted me to a story where a pedophile. I don't know why this is part of the big on the drink. This should not be part of it. I actually object to this story being part of the podcast. Uh, but apparently there was a pedophile who was basically Roman Polanskiing his way into pedophile stardom, where he was directing other pedophiles on like how to rape the baby, and like there's lighting involved, and there's like he's like directing people on the blocking of of the shot of the child rape when the man rapes the baby. Uh, I don't particularly want to talk about that one. That was a snurdly recommendation. Um, we also got we also got yeah, you got questions. We also got ZipRecruiter.com. Um, are you sick of people who are named Yolanda trying to get a job at your business? Use ZipRecruiter.com. Filter that shit out. Use offer code Ben Shapiro. Get 20% off of not having to bother interviewing black people as a as a gimmick. Like, oh, okay, I guess we have to interview them. Like, okay, well, like we're not gonna hire you. See, I went to a fucking when I was a kid, snurdly. I needed a job, and I went into a Popeyes chicken, and I asked for a job application, and they all looked at me like I was a fucking idiot. They looked at me like, well, you can have one if you want, but I mean, are you retarded? So that's what you can do with ZipRecruiter. You don't have to have that awkwardness. You can just filter out, white people, black people, but mostly, BenShapiro.com, offer code, filter out black people. That's what he does. So, we also got, I don't appreciate snarly laughing at the offer reads. What else? What else do we got? We got questions? Where the fuck is the question? Oh, you fucking piece of shit. I gotta fucking turn this goddamn shit on. Okay, we got, oh, what is your favorite form of exercise? Easily rollerblading. Rollerblading is my favorite. Did we already do that? Alright, we got, alright, what else do we got? We got, do we need to ban guns? Yes, all guns. Hi Vic, are you fatter than you are liberal, or more liberal than you are fat? That's one of those. That's one of those like puzzle box questions. I don't know if I can answer that without contradicting myself and turning the Rubik's cube red. We got Bick. How does we got okay. I'm not gonna read that one. Bick, if you were in a human centipede with two of the Democratic candidates, who would you choose and why? Great question. Um, in my Democratic human centipede, Tulsi Gabbard would be in front of me because she is hot as fuck, and I would jack off to her if she was my president. And I would also most like to eat her shit. And then I guess Joe Biden would be directly behind me because I would want him to have to eat my shit. Uh, it's a fantastic question. Thank you for that. Um, we also got other questions. I think we got Hey Beck. Uh, are white people genetically superior to? Okay, well we don't have to. We don't have to read that entire question and know where they're going with that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say that question doesn't need to be answered. I'm gonna say everybody knows what the answer to that question is, and of course the answer is no. I would say don't be a racist, don't be a sexist, don't be a homophobe. Do I got one more question, Sterling? We got apparently we got one more question. What is your big fat tip of the week? Okay. Well, being big and fat is it's an easy job. What you want to do is you want to eat fast food, and you also want to drink a lot of alcohol. And what I mean is that you want to get drunk all day, like today. I got drunk all day, and then I finally drunk drove out to get something, and I just got beer. So I've eaten nothing today, but I'm still getting fatter because of all the calories that I'm drinking through the beer. So that's the fat tip of the week. Um, I think we got. I think we got one more sponsor. We got. No, we don't have any more sponsors. Oh no, we do have one more sponsor. We have DeepDiscount.com. Are you sick of the convenience of Netflix? Are you sick of being able to watch a movie or watch your favorite show all the time just by the click of a button? Fuck that shit. Why don't you buy a mob backed weird service where you buy scratched ass DVDs that are used from a mob front, It's better than streaming services. It's better than Amazon Prime. I mean, personally, I like the show Star Trek Next Generation. Now, I can watch Star Trek Next Generation on either Amazon Prime or Netflix, or probably basically any streaming service. But on deepdiscount.com, I can pay $30 to have a bunch of scratched DVDs sent to my house. And oh yeah, a week later, and I can get them and I can watch them. Yes, thank you, Stanley. And I can get them and I can watch them and hope that they work. And if you ever have a problem, you can contact their award-winning Italian customer service, and you know that they're going to help you. Uh, they're going to tell you they're not going to tell you to go fuck yourself. They're going to handle your problem, and they're going to send you new Star Trek DVDs if they don't work. And I hope that is the case for deepdiscount.com. Uh, Anything else, Snurdly? We got any knob news? Any more knob news or any Jeffrey? Okay, apparently Jeffrey Epstein wants to freeze his head and penis. I don't understand why that would be. Okay, Snurdly says because he wants to inseminate the world. I think that is a fake story that you're reading because I don't think he would have the balls to say that. Is this something that he has? This is not a thing that he just said. He's in jail right now. He tried to kill himself, and it's because also he didn't try to kill himself. Hillary Clinton actually tried to kill him, but she failed because, as we all know, Hillary Clinton was responsible for a gigantic pedophile ring that involves Bill Clinton. It involves pizza, and it involves children being raped by Hillary Clinton. And that's the take home that we should all fucking take home. That's the lesson we should take home. Is that Jeffrey Epstein is arrested, but Hillary Clinton is still free. And I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna leave you with that. This has been Big on the Drink. Thank you, Snurdly, and thank you for listening.